Men and women probing the unknown blackness of space. Worlds beyond imagination lie before them. Star Trek, tonight at 8:30, 7:30 Central Time on NBC.
Word Balloon is brought to you by the League of Word Balloon Listeners.
Kingdom Come is 4 separate issues, 48 pages apiece. It was an all-immersive kind of lifestyle for me.
It blew people away. I mean, this was the most sought-after book there was.
This was something very new, very different.
No one had seen anything like that at that scale before.
It was amazing.
I never thought from anything that people would still be talking about this book 25 years later.
We'll return to Star Trek following these messages.
If you're here at Word Balloon, it's because you like comics, creators, conversation, pop culture subjects. Would you consider joining the League of Word Balloon Listeners? Patreon.com/wordballoon. For just $3 a month or more, you'll get exclusive access to the Word Balloon e-magazine, featuring transcriptions of some of my best conversations. When you subscribe, you'll also be part of the Word Balloon Book Club, where Brian Michael Bendis and I will pick a comic every month to review and discuss live with the League on this show. Join the League today, patreon.com/wordballoon. Thank you always for your support, League of Word Balloon listeners. Again, welcome back. Another Trek Watch here on the Word Balloon Network. We're going to be talking about Starfleet Academy, Episode 9, 300th Night. It feels like it's been 300 nights. It's the 9th out of 10 episodes, the penultimate episode. Man, ever since that, I know the word's been around forever, but truly, it feels like ever since Ain't It Cool News, like now every nerd knows penultimate, and they can't wait to say penultimate. I hate used far too much.
Yeah,
we're all here. We're all back. Franco, Mitch, Wayne, myself, and we're talking, like I said, about episode 9. Well, you know, I've got my list of gripes, boys, as evidenced by the first image that I think people saw. Let me put it up in case somebody missed it. There's my attitude towards the episode right there. So annoying. I vomited glitter just like Darum. But go ahead, Francis. What'd you think?
Full disclosure, I watched this thing like 4 days ago. What is it? 3 days ago? And hard to remember, but I think I liked it. I remember thinking I liked it.
All right.
Yeah, it was okay. There were some issues, but overall, I thought it was a Trekky enough episode. But yeah, issues. I'll leave it at that until we get into it.
No worries. Mitchell.
I hated every friggin' minute of it because I already wrote this story when the show started early on. If you go back and watch, I said it's going to come down to a 2-parter. I thought it'd be the season finale where Caleb has to make the decision whether to stay with them or go find his mommy. And that's what's happening. And I could care less about this whole nonsense that she's got to take the ship. It's just ridiculous. I'm like, they're going to sacrifice the needs of the many for the needs of about 4 people, and they're going to go find him on this planet that looks like a backlot. I think I have a better set design at Terrificon when it comes to like a marketplace, and all we do is put some robes on and a little thing, and it looks like the carpet and some drapes. It literally looks like a bad cosplay artist alley at a show. I'm like, you know what? this is the best you could do for a market. Even with matte paintings on the old 60s show, they had more of a cooler looking set when I knew it wasn't even really there. But this was cheap and just stupid, and I don't care. And when they all just kind of fall upon this little, you're going to, okay, wait, they're going to take a shuttle, break that a warp. And if that freaking Sam didn't show up, this Stunad was going to blow himself to bits because he had to get the nanosecond to get out of the warp bubble, okay? And you're going to tell me Stunad, who looks like he lifts weights more than he does a book, could figure out how to get out of there? He would have been blown to smithereens if it wasn't for Sam. But again, I digress. The whole goddamn episode was stupid, so I don't give a crap. On to you, Wayne.
Oh, that's funny.
No, I thought it was I think this was probably the closest of a Star Trek episode that we had this season, more or less. Predictable as all heck, because we're not going to swear, right, Mitch?
Did I swear already?
No,
you did not.
Oh, I will if you want, but I think
No. I think honestly, I think it was a very predictable episode.
Yes,
Mitch
it was.
called it from the start. I remember him calling it from the start. I was hoping they would try to hold off doing it, but obviously they only have so much room with Tatiana's schedule that they have to do it this season. But it's just wow. I think my biggest problem is I have more gripes with some of the science aspects of it than anything else. And once you start poking holes at the science aspects, and then you're going, you lose enjoyment. Like once you lose the suspension of disbelief, once that's gone, you can just tear something apart so easily. And I think that's the problem was this whole story, there was the suspension of disbelief was gone. And then it was hard to enjoy that as much. But I thought it was the most Star Trek of probably all of them together. But it just, and it's not even ambivalent. It's just like, wow. So I have to watch it next week just to figure out, oh, this has to be resolved really quick because certain people aren't coming back for season 2. Oh, okay, cool.
Unless they're about to or unless they're back, like I said before, for just the first episode of season 2, and then they wrap up. It'll be interesting. Sorry,
go ahead, John. This should be fun.
I will, but I didn't want anyone to know that I was on the Market Planet, so
okay.
I had to come prepared.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yeah. Shh, I'm not.
Oh
I'm
my!
Not,
look at that.
I'm undercover. I'm undercover. And I realize every sci-fi show puts people in hoods and robes and things. So I think Wayne might be doing the same. I'm gonna disrobe because it's hot for a change. Early spring here in beautiful Chicago. Oh, I love it. Darth Mickey. I like it.
Right.
All right. Let's get to it. And I'm really glad Wayne said it because I agree. First of all, and I'm going to agree with Mitch. Planet Market. Okay. Cronus looked like this in Discovery. Planet Metalis looked like this in Picard season 3. These guys only know how to write 3 scenarios, and that's pretty much it. And when they do have to do a Star Trek episode, which I absolutely agree, this is one of the more Star Trek-y episodes. They got 3 things they can do. We got to steal a ship. We got to go to a marketplace planet that looks exactly the same as every one of them. Thank you, Wayne. Attaboy. I knew that's what you were doing. But also ultimately that our big problem, it has to be the whole goddamn galaxy. Oh my God. Can I show the map? Oh my God. New Spraka. Oh, we put mines all around the Federation. How did he do that? How the F did he get that done? And first of all, I thought he was just a space pirate. I didn't realize that his organization is bigger than the Orion Syndicate was back in Discovery season 4, if I remember correctly, or 3. But I'm like, all right, space pirate. And I mean, can't we just contain it? Couldn't he have just surrounded Beta Z for this big conference? And also, Starfleet has never been dumber. So apparently, since the burn, the entire Starfleet is now a bunch of idiots. And from Jaden and Tarina sneaking back on, because we decompressed one of the chambers so it won't read life science. Shut up. Okay. Oh, we got to fix that in security. You got to fix a shit ton of things in security, lady. I don't believe, just like Wayne said, when you don't believe the reality they're giving you, everything falls apart. That's been my problem with this show since episode 1, and this was no exception. Crap. And very disappointing, and shame on you all for not having bigger imaginations. Kirsten Byers, if I may, real fast, Kirsten Byers wrote excellent Voyager novels. And I liked Khan, which she was the senior writer on with David Mack, for the most part. This is crap, and truly, she's been around ever since Discovery, and I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan of what we're getting from her from a television standpoint. This was a dumb, stupid episode. I can't say it enough. Okay. Go ahead, Mitchell.
If you're going to blow up something in space around a planet, where do you put that exactly? Because space is kind of big. So when they show that thing surrounded, I was sitting there going, oh, is that like a couple feet below? Oh, wait a minute. Where exactly could that be? I mean, they're in a well,
it's not a ring. They even said it's multidimensional. Yeah,
whatever. It was stupid.
But still,
and I'm thinking, if this guy, Luca Brasi over there,
is
so vile, the Osama bin Laden of space. I mean, he's this big a terrorist. They had them in their hand, and they just kind of they called him up that day, and he just showed up, and they were like, hey, we need this. I was like, wait a minute. I know he had that plan to steal the singularity and all this shit, but if it was that easy to get a hold of him, to bring him in, to sit there and talk to him, and then he escapes, I go, you had no clue that this guy was that big a deal with the terrorist organization? That was it? You just thought he was like a nickel and dime type of guy, just like knocking over...
Apparently, and again, I didn't want to have to rewatch, but apparently when the Admiral is telling Aki about New Spraka and what he's doing now, that he is part of this very large group, whatever they're called, the bumfucks or whatever. Excuse me, I apologize.
Begins with a V.
I don't think that was their name, John.
I don't think that was their name. I apologize. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it's that, and also I love that even the positive people and negative people are like, well, does this mean that Discovery is going to be the ship that will be able to save them because it can mushroom mycelial network, instantaneously anywhere? So I would imagine this burial will not keep Discovery, or is there going to be another BS reason? Because that's the problem, guys. I mean, because really, this is the burn mark 2. Oh, if we, oh my God, they could, and also it rips up space for millions of years. Well, couldn't it be like 100 years? Couldn't it be no, millions of years. It's like a 5-year-old is like, no, then 1,000 million billion trillion. It's like, shut up. Go ahead, Wayne, if you got a thought.
No. I was just going to do my Dr. Evil.
No, and the funny thing is, Michael Burnham could show up with Discovery and fix this in 5 minutes, like that.
Yay! Well, it might happen. It could happen. I think it would be stupid if it happened.
She's on some other show on CBS. I've seen it.
Well, or it's what's his face? The engineer, Rap.
That guy.
Anthony.
Yeah. That I forgot how Burnham's away, but I'm like when Riker showed up at the end of Picard season 1.
I severely doubt that any of those people are coming back on that.
I hope you're right, but again, this is the problem. They've set up these ridiculous things in the new Trek era that it's like, well, it's easy to punch holes in your story, and why wouldn't this solve the problem? And again, maybe that is the solution, but just the hyperbole. Oh my God, it's gonna screw the whole Federation, and it's like, I don't believe you. I don't. And again, I know it's fake. I know it's science fiction and emphasis on fiction, but I didn't have this problem. And it wasn't just because I was younger and accepted all Star Trek at face value. They explained this stuff, and they just don't. Also, God, I'm really glad that we have a bridge crew for the Athena that conveniently
That shows up for work every once in a while.
Yeah,
one
who
episode.
were these people before?
One episode. Hey, I'm really glad Becky Lynch is on the show. Where the hell has she been?
I was glad that she showed up for the one episode or two.
Nothing, Franco. Nothing really. I made this
Well,
emoji and nothing.
Yeah,
All right,
I saw it. I saw it. It doesn't move me.
All right. Also, once again, where's the first officer? Where's Laura Thought?
Too much makeup.
Again, we spend $10 million an episode. Really? Well, I don't. And I guess they had a lot of extras.
Oh yeah, she wasn't on it, was she?
Nope.
Hey,
I think her voice. You might have heard her voice.
I honestly don't think we even got her voice this time because they said she was the one that was sending all the cadets to
Beta Z.
Beta Z.
Zoid.
Thank you for the and also, much like Picard season 3 with Frontier Day and everything. Hey, let's have every ship in the fleet in one convenient location. Again, this is Starfleet for dummies, and unfortunately, the dummies are the ones that are writing Starfleet today. I'm sorry, guys, and truly, I wish I could apologize more to the writers of this show, but I wish we had answers. I really wish this was either it's fine, just do it, or
I don't know.
They don't care anyway.
Why do you send the Academy kids to this big coronation thing that they're going to make, Beta Z the center of the Federation now? Why has everybody got to go? Why is there? I know it's a show.
Field trip.
Hey, exactly. I was like, they already had a field trip a couple weeks ago on that dead ship, and they almost got all killed. And now it's like, hey, man, we're all going to take the whole thing with us. Wouldn't you stay behind
knowing
the next generation of Starfleet people?
Knowing education the way I do, they screwed up the first one so bad that they're like, oh, we should do it again. This way we'll get it right this time, knowing full well that it won't happen.
Well, they learned so much last week doing our town that they were like, we're ready to go.
Also, again, all right, so that supposedly it's the end of the school year. What did these people learn as far as Starfleet procedure that we saw? Nothing. We got one bridge simulation last week.
Starfleet is so dumb that they haven't learned anything.
Let's be honest. When crap went down, when New Spraka's group was beating everybody up, Mom and Caleb are trying to fend these guys off. Everybody else, they're all standing there like idiots. All of them. And also, I'm sorry, guys, the inconsistency of Sam. What is she? Because sometimes she could be intangible. Sometimes she could just disappear and reappear like she was doing to poor Caleb. Good thing he wasn't whacking off or anything like that every time she kept popping into his dorm room and everything. But it's like, okay, is she? Because she seems to be intangible when the moment of story requires it. Otherwise, you can handcuff her. You can rough her up physically. It doesn't make sense.
I was thinking,
come on.
The whole thing. Again, having said that this is the most Star Trek-y episode of the season, that's why kind of like I was on the fence about it. But there's a lot of things that are dumb in this thing. Like Caleb is so smart, but as the episodes go on, he's getting dumber and dumber. The Starfleet is getting dumber and dumber as the episodes go on, and the writers are getting dumber and dumber. I just like a lot of this didn't make sense. When I was thinking, like, when they had them all handcuffed in a circle, some bondage thing they were going to do to them when they were going to kill them or whatever. Yeah, why isn't Sam like intangible and getting out of this thing?
Well,
why are these bombs spread all over the place where space goes like this and like this and like but let's put a circle around it and it'll
That's
keep you
what I
from
said.
going.
Yeah,
I just don't understand a lot of this.
No.
Well, I was telling Wayne, a guy I know who is involved with Star Trek. I said this on his Facebook page, and I'm like, I am tired of these galaxy-wide threats. And he goes, well, it's not the galaxy-wide. It's just the Federation. And the Federation is a lot smaller than it used to be. Again, look at this image, guys. Truly. I mean, there are dozens, if not 100 planets in that circle. And again, I don't care how big your organization is. It shows their vagrancy of the realities of space and distance. Either they don't know or they don't care. I have a feeling they don't care. And that they're like, it's science fiction. It's
like when the Enterprise in number 5 had to go to the center of the galaxy. Center of the galaxy can't be breached because of this. I go, wait a minute, didn't they go there a couple times before? I don't know.
Well, and even that, whatever. That's a barrier. They never say how big it is. But someone is saying that on the Next Generation, they said the Federation was 8,000 light years across. Whatever that means, 8,000 light years. Again, I don't believe this organization. I mean, they would need millions, and also are the Packlids in charge of Starfleet security? I guess it's okay. Yeah, we're just doing a little maintenance over here. What are those red things? Don't worry about them. Okay. Yeah. What remedial Star Trek. This is why I get angry with this show. And it was all there. And again, after 9 years, can you guys get a little smarter? Can you try a little harder and make something clever beyond the 3 tropes? And also, when the Athena comes to save them, wow, that looks exactly like the way the Enterprise D saved everybody in Picard season 3. It's like, you guys have 3 gears. And then Riker, who directed this, like, I don't understand why people are so mad about this show. It's and I love Jonathan Frakes. We all do, for Christ's sake. We had the pleasure. Great guy. And again, I get it. It's his team. And so he wants to support his team. I respect that. Same with Picardo. I respect all of that. But man, you guys have to defend a lot of crap. And again, they don't take it. I mean, it's a lark for them. I know I'm sure they take their acting seriously. But all right, that's what they wrote. Whatever. Go ahead, Wayno.
So again, like you said, if you put up the image on the screen of the Circle of Doom, you sort of seen that on your on your Xbox. When you saw that, you know that your system was toast.
That's right.
So when you look at this, if you look in, you start counting all that. So they only took a few of the prototypes, so you'd have to replicate the rest. And to replicate something like this, you don't think a replicator could. Again, it's just nitpicky science stuff. And you would wonder, why would the Federation create, again, if it's the Black Ops area, okay. But if it's the Federation side, why are you creating such a really devastating weapon? And it's not for defense. This is basically an offensive weapon to try to control something.
If I remember correctly, this is like the Omega 47, a synthetic version of the Omega particle.
Yeah.
We go back to that Voyager episode where it, even the tiniest little bit could destroy a planet. And you're right, Wayne. I completely agree. And it's like, okay, you guys, another callback from an older Trek. Did you read the fine print? No, we didn't. No,
and like you said, the logistics of trying to deploy that many mines and understanding how galaxies. We're in the Milky Way. We're at the tail end of one side of the Milky Way. When we start looking into the other planets, we're also talking about other galaxies. We're not just talking about we're all contained within the Milky Way. Not all of the Federation was in the Milky Way. There was stuff that was outside the Milky Way. So, and you look at all the little dots and all that stuff, and you're just going, huh.
Yeah.
It's even if it's smaller than it was back in the old days, there's no way you could have deployed that many basically Omega bombs to try to cut off. And the plot of, we just want to make sure the Federation doesn't grow any bigger than it is just like, that is just a stupid story.
Well, or who knows what the motivation beyond
it's just
slapping everybody there is. I don't know.
You want to if the wave doesn't go inwards to destroy everything in the Federation, and it's just sort of these little pockets of, you can't get around this. It's just like a baby. Oh, you don't see me. You can't see me.
Well, I think it's more like a mad bomber on an airplane. Like, all right, nobody move, or I push the plunger, and we all blow up. So it's a threat. I don't think it's a threat. And again, that's why I'm not phased by this and like, oh my God, I can't wait till next week. Give me a break. Everyone's going to be fine. And I know everyone's going to be fine because it's TV. Compared to that, to the Best of Both Worlds Part 1, where Picard is a Borg and Riker very stoically, Mr. Worf, fire. Boom. See you in 3 months. Good luck. What do you mean, see you in 3 months? I want to know what's going to happen. This, again, the stakes are so ridiculously high. You're full of crap. This is I can't get that excited about this supposed tension. Go ahead, Wayno.
The opening to DS9 where Cisco has a huge issue with Picard because basically he's responsible for the death of his wife.
Yep.
At Wolf, 369?
359.
359?
Yeah.
So, and he's responsible for the death of a lot of the Federation. And he's still in charge.
Yep.
So it's just,
Now, all that said, I will be honest. I think the age difference between Tatiana Maslany and Caleb is not that wide. And so I assume she was a child bride when she had Caleb, or they could have made her look older. That said, I will admit my heart did melt when mom, and oh, look, where'd you go? I'm like, okay, that's sad. I bought that scene. I bought that 30 seconds
Also,
of reconciliation.
Yeah.
So.
Also, who did she mate with? Because he's like a tree compared to
Yeah,
her.
man. He's got like neck. It goes like from his ears to his shoulders. He's got
she's like
yeah.
You know,
How'd she push
this
that
tall,
out?
and
Exactly.
he's like all the way up here. I was like,
maybe she was the She-Hulk when she had him because
she
she's
was
tiny.
That could be. I was going to say she was probably in labor for 3 days pushing that out. Man.
No.
All right. More pushing. More pushing? Jeez, he's not out yet? My God.
I thought they were going to come back.
You got to keep going.
I thought they were going to come back with like the Genesis wave or something like that. And I go, that would be cool. Like all these years, 1,000 years later, someone reinvented it where you can wipe out whole planets. I'm like, oh, that'll be cool. But then I was like, this is dumb.
All right.
Mega thing.
Yeah, I'll grant you that because again, it would only be one planet at a time. But and again, market planet again. Look, I mean, honestly. Planet Metalis. Say, hey, let's save the party favors because we're going to do this again next year. What?
How small are these planets, bro? I mean, it's like literally you could beam down to like New York and somebody's in China. You're never going to bump into them, but somehow they always. I know it's a TV show, but I always think it's amazing to me that they always seem to find the person just like that. I'm like, wow. I can't even find the guy that lives in my town of 30,000 people. You know,
everything that happened was because the script dictated it had to happen.
Yeah.
How about the comm badges that have the range? They're not even at the planet, and they're incognito, and they're in mine and Wayne's hoods. And all of a sudden, Darum's comm badge goes off, and then they cut to a scene a little bit later. And are we there yet? No, we're not in range yet, Captain. Well, the comm badge sure is working. My God, those comm badges in the future, they're interplanetary. Apparently, they even travel through wormholes or whatever. It's that reminded me of in the first episode of Discovery, the Vulcan Hello, when Burnham and Captain Georgiou are setting up the mines on the Klingon ship, and all of a sudden you hear the mines go, 5 seconds before destruction. That means your entire Klingon ship is about to explode. It's like, who writes this crap? Who writes that deliberately stupid? Again, because it's a second screen show. And well, the kids are probably on their phones, so they're probably really not paying attention. So let's keep it as deliberate and simple as possible. This is not science fiction. This is stupid fiction. And really, it's insulting. It really, and especially for Star Trek fans who, as I've said, have spent 60 years building on this. Well, this is how the warp engines work. This is how transporters work, whatever. And these guys, we need 100 shuttles on a ship. How does that work? Never mind. Our troop alerts are the size of roller coasters. What? I should have just be an elevator shaft. Never mind. Go ahead, Franco.
I was going to say, you brought up the point of the second screen shows, and who thought that this was a good idea? So Netflix is the major, like, perpetrator of this, right? But they don't show commercials, so they're just trying to get clicks on the numbers watching their show. So if you don't explain it, won't they watch it again and you'll get more numbers? Like, what? I don't understand why you have to dumb things down so much that you can't have a good show. This, and I've defended the previous episodes because I've liked some of them, but this is just dumb. Like, again, I'm torn because it was the more Star Trek-y, but I'm on your side here. The writing is dumb. I know, surprise, right? The writing is dumb. The characters just seem to get dumber.
Yeah.
The science just doesn't work to explain things, and I'm really kind of like at a loss with this episode. I watched it thinking, hey, I really hope that when I got to the end of it, I really hope they turn it around by the second episode. But it's really, here's the line. You went way over there, buddy.
Yeah.
Well,
so. And again, of course they're gonna, of course they'll solve it,
right? Yeah,
as best as their writing will suggest.
I think they're gonna figure out some stupid thing, and all the mines will deactivate.
Yeah,
and then they're gonna call Salvage One to come up and sweep them all up.
No, here's what's gonna happen.
Andy Griffith, Salvage One.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, because they'll dig it out of mothballs and. They'll give him the contract because they'll take him out of cryogenics.
I was so
and
into
then
that
he'll go around,
No.
and then you can have that episode of him picking up all the mines.
No,
misadventures of mine picking up.
Here's what's going to happen: Lou Cabrazi's going to come back next week because he's not on season 2, so he's got to finish up. So his contract's there. I can tell you about some Giamatti stuff that I know off mic. But anyway, he's going to show up. They're going to have the confrontation with the mom and Caleb and all this stuff. Somehow, Lou Cabrazzi is going to try to, like, kill her or whatever. She's going to jump in the way, die. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Even though I hate Starfleet's guts, you're my best. And then she's going to look over at Holly Hunter and say, take care of my boy. And, Holly Hunter's going, you got a promise from me. I'm going to make sure he becomes the best officer we've ever had. Starfleet's going to be proud of that boy. So she's
I really thought that was Holly Hunter for a second.
That's Holly Hunter.
And the award goes to.
So she's going to say that, and I swear to you, I promise, I will honor this. And Caleb's going to be super mad, and she's going to be like, "You got to use the Force, or use the Starfleet, or use the Fed, whatever the hell you want to call it." And he's going to have to control his anger, and all shit's going to hit the fan next week. And the girl with the little light on her throat's going to blow up, and everybody's there, and Caleb is going to take the lead. And they're all going to stand back and be shocked at what he does next week. And then it's going to end. And you'll see, like, does he really want to stay in Starfleet after all this? And, whatever. But that's it. It's not going to be that exciting.
Yeah, because they're going to need a hook for you to come back for second season. And you're wondering what that hook is. Like,
what is the
most
hook
likely,
yeah,
most likely is him like, I don't know.
I'll tell you some characters you can get rid of right now. You can get rid of Fishboy. No one gives a shit. You can get rid of what's the girl? Matrix. I always get to name.
I got to find Darum's picture.
Genesis.
Genesis. You get rid of her. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. There's only 3 main people on this show. It's Holly Hunter, Caleb, and the Klingon guy.
They're not getting rid of anybody. And
I know, but I'm saying the rest of them don't care.
Genesis is the girl power. She's a future captain.
Okay, whatever. The guy throwing up the glitter. Don't give a crap. He could be gone tomorrow. I wouldn't even miss the dude. It'd be like, well, yeah, there was a fish guy on here. I can't remember him. And Sam, I like Sam because I like the actress. I like the way she's great in a scene. I just like her. I don't know what it is, but I think it's there. But like you said, they don't know what the hell to do with her anymore. She was cool when she came on. Then the whole doctor episode where he brought her up in 17 years and all that stuff. That was cool. But now she's like, what? She's like the Vision. She comes and goes. She phases through things. She's smart as data. She can fix the computer when they need her to do it, but
the doctor can do that. And the doctor could do that in Voyager, Mitch. And honestly, I like Sam now. Yeah. I cannot believe I've done a 180 on Sam, and I like calmer Sam that even is like, yeah, I don't like what I used to be. And also, by the way, listen, next semester I'm going to get my own dorm room. You're a hologram. You shouldn't have a room.
You should be in a
Get in a
computer
thumb
drive.
and
It doesn't
shut
make
the
a
hell up.
difference. Yeah, put it in a
Hey.
thumb drive. You know?
Bender had a closet to go into for Futurama. She needs a room.
Yeah, I understand.
Whatever.
No.
You know,
And
it proves
when they
that
all started
writers-
showing up, on that space shuttle that he was stealing away, I was like, "You got to be shitting me!" Because next thing the drunk guy comes on. Well, you know, they got to. I was like,
Yeah.
"Where's the Klingon guy? How come he didn't get on board?" But he didn't. He got stuck behind, and he was like, "Oh, I did not make it." I was like, well, "You got the whole crew here. You got Gilligan. Everybody's got to be there." You know,
You got Gilligan.
you got the professor and Marianne. You're missing them.
I agree with you guys about the point with Sam. I like her more than I did, especially with that episode where she grew up and she spent all that time. And it proves to me that the writers can fix it. Like bring on a whole bunch of new writers. You can fix this.
Well,
you can
yeah.
fix this.
Respectfully, though, I believe this was likely the character plan for Sam all along. I don't believe this was a fix per se.
Right. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying what you can do is like you've proven that you can do this. You've proven that you can write her and make me like her from the beginning is what I'm saying. Not that this was oh, let's change her and do this. I'm sure that was from the beginning. What I'm saying is that we might be surprised next week. I doubt it.
You know what's going to happen?
Surprised next week. They may fix this.
War College guy is going to show up and help out because he's been a douche all season, and you're going to do something. You're going to have to like him. And Holly Hunter's going to be in jeopardy, and the Athena's going to be blown up. And suddenly, the War College, who doesn't really ever go to war, is going to show up and save the day and help him out.
Because that's a guy. I refuse to believe that. That's a man.
No, because Ambassador Mummy guy with the beard. He's going to send him on a secret covert mission or something like that. You know?
They're stuck. They're stuck unless he is piloting Discovery. I don't see him saving anything.
Who, beard dude?
And also, Aki has to, for her own character's sake, she's got to be the hero. She better be the hero. And if not, once again,
she's pretty crappy captain.
Yeah, she's a crap captain. She is. And once again, either that's going to happen or once again, the kids are going to save the day and the kids are smarter than the teachers. And that's crap. That is crap. And again, I don't believe what they're giving us. I just don't. I don't know that Tig Notaro put the ship on automation.
That's what I was going to say. It only takes 3 people to run the ship, really just 2, because the doctor's a hologram. She's like, oh, I'm going to automate this thing on autopilot or whatever for the bridge crew. Jesus, God, really? What the hell, man? What is it, AI? You just laid off all those other people on the crew? Because it's like, why would you sit there if you could run a ship with just 2 or 3 people every time? Why in the hell would you bother doing all the other stuff?
To quote Scotty, a chimpanzee and 2 trainees.
Exactly. I always remember that when they stole the Enterprise. And I'm like, wait, you just got Sulu, Chekhov, Scotty, and you're running the whole ship. I was like,
and that's a smaller ship. That's a small. This again, I thought it visually. I like when the saucer separated. That was cool and everything. And all of a sudden, now the saucer has its own independent warp system. Okay. And I love
where did that come from? Yeah,
I don't know, but Tig's like, you're leaving behind the atrium? I got a pizza in the oven back there. What do you mean you're gonna leave it over there? What's wrong with you?
So is the other ship got like a battle bridge on it when it's separated? Because I was like, oh, can it defend itself now?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's just the quarters. It's just the rooms for the kids.
That's all it is. It's like an RV.
Yeah, and they said the atrium, and they said the atrium, so the big room is in there and everything. But again, this is another reason why the whole school should not be the ship. It's stupid, and I am so tired of stupid Trek. And again, oh well, you must be racist. Oh, you must be anti-woman. No, I'm anti-stupid, and I'm tired of trying to justify my dislike for this show. And it's like, well, then you must be. No, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't know how to break your heart. I'm not anti-gay. I'm not anti-woman. I am anti-stupid, and this show is loaded with 10 hours of stupid. And I'm predicting that we'll have another hour of stupid next week. But I look forward to seeing how they land this ridiculous thing. Mission accomplished. Where's George Bush in the flight suit on the aircraft carrier? Mission accomplished. Oh, here's my prediction. If they resolve and we don't get a cliffhanger, I tell you what, because you all did so well, out on the field. I'm giving you a field commission. You still have to finish your studies, but now you're all ensigns. I bet they all become ensigns. Now, why?
They didn't even graduate yet.
I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm sorry. Mitch's impression was much better. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I respect that. I'll take that. I'll absolutely take that.
I remember when she was drinking. She was drinking the pee, and you tell me it's grandma's lemonade.
Oh, that's
over
right.
in Batman versus Superman. Another piece of shit.
Yeah.
Stupid ass movie.
It's
Jerry Ordway. Jerry Ordway defends it. Well, you got to see the longer version. No, I don't.
I saw the longer
version. I don't have to get longer root canal because it's going to make my teeth feel better.
I forgot about that.
And you know what's so funny? And I'm going off on Ordway, even though he's not here. It has nothing to do with this. You don't have to defend everything when it's shit. Okay, I'm sorry. I love Star Wars. I mean, look at this. I've spent a fortune on junk, on literally plastic junk that's going to fill a landfill. And my wife's going to throw it on the street and curse me when I'm dead, which could be any day now. That's right. You highlight this guy because I'm going to tell you right now, just like Johnny said, I love Star Trek. I was the nerd. I didn't go play football or baseball or that thing. I was the fat kid, and I sat home and I drew and I read comics and I watched Star Trek and I dreamed of a better world. And you know what? I grew up, and now when I go to watch this stuff, if this was the Star Trek that was on back then, I would have willingly gone out to the playground and got my ass kicked by the bullies. And they said, "Hey, fatso with the 4 eyes, you're a dork, and we're going to beat the shit out of you." And I said, "Bring it on!" Because if I was staying home watching this crap, my mother would put me in an institution. And that's where we had an institution. Oh, wait, Johnny, I'm not done yet. Back then, because you know why? The world was a crappier place. They didn't know what to do with people. They put them on Thorazine and they put them in a rubber room and they let them bounce around and piss on themselves because that's how America was back in the 70s. It sucked. If you think nowadays sucked with the war, you don't know crap. We grew up with Vietnam and all that stuff. This stuff was ripe with crap back in the 70s. But thank God we had Star Trek because honestly, Star Trek saved a lot of people when it did because honestly, I was a kid. You had wars going on. You had Vietnam. People sucked. Gas. Everything was crap in the 70s. And you saw Star Trek, and I dreamed of the day they were going to have moon landings, a moon base. I thought by the time I was going to hit 60, we'd be living on the moon. We'd be going on Mars. None of that happened, but it happened on Star Trek. And when you'd watch Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and I can't wait for this future because this is a positive future. Ever since Discovery and now this thing, I go, why the hell did I like this? Because none of it makes me look forward to the future anymore. It sits there. I go, I can't wait for this show to end. I'll go watch the reruns of the good stuff because the new stuff is done. Anyway, rant over.
If you didn't have Star Trek, you wouldn't have this.
Right.
Yeah. You wouldn't have mobile phones. You wouldn't. The technology we have today, other than
what have you seen on the new show that's going to happen that you can't wait? Puke and glitter. Can't wait for that to happen.
Programmable matter and puking glitter.
You know, for someone who's thrown up and not liked it, I want to see what puking glitter might be like.
All right. Well, I'll come over to your house right now and punch you in the gut with a piñata. Okay. How about that?
Honestly, you know what, Mitch, and forgive me for interrupting, but what I was going to say is because you're right. If the level of Star Trek was at the level it's at now, back when we were kids, then we would have stopped watching it like we stopped watching Lost in Space. I can enjoy Lost in Space for the simplicity and the silliness of it. I don't come to Star Trek for silly. I come for, like Mitch said, I was one of those Apollo kids that I'm like, all right, this is 300 years from now. This is, to me, to my 5-year-old head, this was plausible that 300 years from now, we'll all be in giant ships. And it's not just 3 guys in a capsule. It's an entire crew of 400 people in a ship and everything. Yep. So I bought it. And they explained it. But this show, again, it's fine. It's fine. No one's really.
When I had to get eyeglasses as a kid, I was bumming. You know why? Because I knew I couldn't be in the Air Force at that point. I was like 8 years old. I was like, son of a bitch, I'll never be an astronaut.
Meanwhile, again, I have a bad feeling Badgie. We'll see if Badgie makes it to next year. I really think they blew it. Yeah. I really think they blew it, not having her, like, giving her character a bit of dignity and being like, you know something, I'm not cut out for this. Maybe
You know what pisses
you
me
know.
off? In the front, at the beginning of this show, every week they advertise a little commercial. Oh, go download your Star Trek merchandise and use this Trek, whatever the hell the show's,
I
Starfleet
don't get
Academy.
that. Go on.
Get 20% every week. It starts off with a commercial for the merchandise. Use this code and get 20% off all your total purchase. And they got the Ritos, as in the Cerritos. That's a shirt.
Yeah.
Nobody's wearing this crap. Nobody. I don't know who the hell, what landfill they think this is going in, because no one's buying this junk.
That's what I said last week. No, I agree. And I said, if anything, maybe they are buying T-shirts and they're buying Disco and Ritos and all that crap. And now with the Starfleet Academy, the kids, I have no, again, Wayne sees these people more than I do.
Yeah, you do see them at the Star Trek convention.
I believe it.
With the Ritos and the Disco shirts.
Okay. But that's believers. They're believers.
I think I've been hanging out with you guys too long because I'm starting to get bummed out about Star Trek.
I know. Sorry, buddy. I know. I do. I feel like I've corrupted you. I apologize. Mike Jones.
No, man. Okay, read this guy's comment.
Yeah, Mike, Star Trek is the exploration of space and thoughtful ideas with a dose of conflict politics. Can we have that back, please?
Yeah,
Amen.
nothing.
Amen. Because again, no, that's too complicated. That hard. That's
man.
This is Star Trek for the Packlets.
You could put on the news anytime. There's enough stuff going on in this world today that you could do 20 episodes on. You pick which one you want to do. You want to do the want to do the AI servers that are overheating the world and destroying the environment or something like that, but also putting people out of job. But then again, at the same time, AI is helping people find cheaper flights and making cures for cancer, because it's a double-edged sword. Do a show about that. Like, hey, Sam could possibly put everybody out of work because they don't need anybody because you got this AI, whatever the hell she is, a photogenic thing. I don't care. But what if there was a whole ship of her people? They could go on long-term.
They did that story already with Picardo with the holographic doctors. They did that story already.
Yeah, I know, but look at him. He's been around for 800 years, and that's all he's got. He's still got the same job. Talk about no career advancement. Jesus Christ, I'd shoot myself.
Did you see that?
He's now head of medical.
Comment? Did you see that comment by Picardo about he was responding to some fan about the Star Trek belongs to the fans, and he wrote something toward basically it's not the fans. It doesn't belong to the fans. It doesn't belong to the actors. It doesn't belong to the writers. It belongs to the studio. The IP belongs to them.
Well, that's true.
Basically.
That's
so
true.
Yeah.
No, again, Paramount just rubber stamped whatever Secret Hideout was giving them. And again, because of a lack of understanding and appreciation. Although I wish I were a fly on the wall. I didn't watch Halo. I'm trying to think of the other sci-fi shows that are specifically on Paramount. What's that?
Was it Fallout? No,
that's Fallout's Prime. Fallout's Amazon.
Paramount, huh?
Halo wasn't exactly like the game. It had elements of the game, but it was. I found it interesting.
Okay.
What is on Paramount nowadays?
A ton of no. By the way, like I said the other week, guys, because I've got answers for that. That I want more male-dominated, and I miss alpha males on TV. Landman, Tulsa King, all those Taylor Sheridan shows. Yeah. They're not afraid of having strong men on their shows, and they also have strong women. The British chick from Yellowstone, prime example, tough as nails.
Kelly Riley,
yeah. I'd like to.
Yeah.
But no, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. It's like you can have strong women. Do you have to do it at the expense of strong males? Because even Commodore A-hole, as I like to call him, from the War College, again, they're making them a little bit, and they show them kind of working together. They again, time management, not only per episode within the episode, but the whole season. I don't believe that they haven't shown us enough that they should have shown the War College and the regular Starfleet Academy working together. I still don't see what the War College was doing.
I don't know, bro.
Given the inability to secure the Federation and allow this to happen, where the hell's the War College?
I thought the War College. Remember, was it on Enterprise with Scott Bakula? They had like these big, tough, badass
the Marines.
Right? The Space Marines. I thought that's the War College. I go, oh, maybe that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
They had those commando guys.
But that was done. That was specifically done to address the problem with the Zindies. We're in war. We're in war. we got to put these guys on your ship because you're going out in that space and you need protection. Fine, okay, but again, I don't, and also again, the other thing regarding last week, and someone made the point, or actually no one made the point, but I did. Okay, they send the doctor back for Sam to learn from through a parent. Well, were there holographic other people to interact with, or was it just the doctor and Sam that whole time during those 17 years of growth? How did she learn to socialize? I mean, it's
they didn't cover that.
There was no other people.
Again, because they don't pay attention to what they're trying to write.
But you know what? It
doesn't make sense.
You know what I was thinking about is like you had original Trek, and the original series kind of centered around the main three, right? The Doctor, Spock, and Kirk.
Yeah.
And then Next Gen comes along, and you have an expanded cast, but they had 22 episodes or whatever per season, and they covered that. You would think, with knowing that you're going in with a 10 episode order per season, that you wouldn't have 15 cast members that you're never going to get to. You're never going to be explaining everything about. It just like, I don't know. Just why didn't you scale back and do some like core stories? Like, you have the rest of the crew and everything there, but you center around these characters. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, also, I thought have runabouts instead of giant ships. Like the runabouts that they introduced in Deep Space Nine, they were bigger than shuttles and a little more capable than shuttles, but they weren't full-on starships themselves. Sorry.
I was going to say, I thought like when Strange New Worlds started, they would show that photo all the time of Pike, Spock, and Number One. I thought that was going to be the trilogy there, the Trinity, and but no, it's just kind of whatever. But the other thing I was going to tell you about this show, I was Fungomats. I just thought of it a second ago. Wait, why didn't they do that? No.
While you're thinking, JD says, "What if they all die next season? New cadets."
There you go. Get a whole new crew.
I doubt.
You're like Strike Force Moratori.
Exactly.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Why doesn't Section 31 show up and save the day? That's what I was going to tell you.
Does it still
exist? You left.
Does it still exist?
I don't know. Does it?
I don't know either. But
at the end of that
I could easily, Mitch. I could easily see.
Didn't David Lynch, whatever, his
David Lynch.
What
David Lynch or Becky
He's
Lynch?
Dead.
No.
David Cronenberg.
David Cronenberg. That's what.
Yeah. The
guy with the glasses.
Wasn't he sectionish 31-ish?
No, he was
Time Traveler.
He was the dude with the
from formerly of
But
Marvel.
originally he, like, when he was first introduced, he's working for like the
no, but
espionage
he
side of
revealed
things.
who he was, and it's like, that's
yes,
what's
I understand that, but
he was the guy from Enterprise. He was the guy from Enterprise.
Yes, I understand that. I watched the show.
But at first it was like a Section 31 type of introduction.
Yeah.
I'm going all shiny on you. Yes, I watched the show too, Mitch. I know.
I want to welcome.
Do you really, Francis?
I wanted to welcome Jimmy Fiscardi from comicbook.com, formerly marketing guy from Marvel, who says, honestly, they're trying to do too much with not enough episodes to do it in. Bring back 20 episode seasons.
You can't afford that, dude. Are you kidding me? It'll cost $2 billion to do that.
So, but again, just like Franco said, when you know you only have 10 episodes, write a smaller story. And the Academy is a perfect place to do smaller stories. But again, we need galaxy-wide threatening consequences.
I have
every
no idea.
GD season. Oh my God, everything's if they don't solve this, the entire galaxy's at risk. Boring. Way to go.
I thought they were going to stick to when they had that little fight between the War College and them. They were going to keep it grounded, like that college level, fun. Like Animal House type of stuff, like fraternity things.
I didn't want
that's
Animal
fine.
House,
but nah, they threw that out the window.
That's the way I would have went. I would have
had
them
and have competition,
conflict between the two.
Yeah.
And then when Luca Brasi comes back, then they have to join forces.
Like when I think of Captain Kirk and all those things, when they talk about Starfleet Academy and Finnegan and all that stuff, I never pictured them on a spaceship. I thought they were literally stuck on the Starfleet Academy campus on the Earth, doing shenanigans, fooling around, learning how to do stuff like phaser, doing the Kobayashi Maru, which was like the big final exam. And if you could pass that, you can move on to the real deal. I never thought that Captain Kirk was on board a ship going to save the world from V'ger Part 1 or whatever the frig it was when he was 19 years old or whatever the hell it was.
Even in the final minutes of this episode. All right, everybody, grab a station on the bridge. Where? because you haven't shown us that Genesis is an expert at helms, at being at the helm, or you name the character.
Who's the communications officer? Who's the tactical guy?
Anything.
Who's the engineer?
Anything.
Well,
but no, we don't know. We don't know because again, they don't show any of that. Because instead, let's be in the dorm room and let's show them eating pizza and all this. And you can do both, but again, their episode time management sucks.
Yeah,
sucks.
Okay, thanks for coming.
No, I know. There's good news. And honestly, I will say, because as much as film Star Trek lets us down, IDW continues to make interesting comics. And for instance, there's a one-shot that came out last month, February, and it's a cool Uhura story, Threads of Destiny. Ooh. And Uhura goes back to 1963 to, I believe it's North Carolina, and is dealing with racial issues and stuff. And now, sadly, they use the Guardian of Forever, and it's stupid Carl from Discovery.
Yeah.
They draw him differently, thank God. But still, it looks ridiculous. Okay, and actually, it's not the giant donut like City on the Edge of Forever. There are a bunch of like what look like mirrors, and she falls. It's a different planet, and she falls into one. But it's a good story. It was really, really good. And I haven't cracked it open yet, but I certainly will by the time we talk next week. They've started a Starfleet Academy comic.
Oh boy,
Lost Contact. No. Well, but you know something, Mitch? Much like the Kelvin, as much as I dislike the Kelvin movies, the stuff that they were writing in the comics for the Kelvin universe, that stuff was good.
Maybe those one-issue stories or whatever many issues it is are centralized and not big grandiose scale and like just smaller little character stories. I don't know, bro.
Yes,
what
they are.
What crew is it? Is it just like random time or
Starfleet Academy?
Yeah.
No, it's our characters.
It's our characters.
Yeah, there they are.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep.
I don't know if I like that, but go ahead.
Well, then again, because like we need to know that they like also they don't punish. I mean, Genesis again committed fraud or tried to commit fraud. That should have a bigger thing than just the slap on the wrist. And they break the rules all the time.
That's a mark of a good captain, Johnny.
I guess.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Just breaking the rules.
That was what the Star Trek writer is like. Well, all of them break rules. I'm like, yeah, but Cisco broke the rules for this reason, and he didn't do it until he was Cisco. He was, in charge of Deep Space Nine, and Kirk didn't do it. He like when I think a couple weeks ago, it's like, yeah, but it's like the Kobayashi Maru in terms of that, he cheated there. And it's like, no, but he explained himself and said this test is not fair.
Yeah,
and he pled his case.
But he's also one of the he's one of the greatest captains ever. Like, not every captain is going to be the greatest captain ever. There's only one.
Like Captain Harriman.
There's only one Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, are we going to segue into Lanterns now?
We can talk about the Lanterns trailer. Sure.
Yeah, let's wrap up Trek because it's a
that's all. No, that's it. Again, we'll see how things happen and everything.
I want to watch an episode.
I just want to see Tatiana Maslany punch Aki in the face, like
she's gonna punch
taking me away from my kid. And
I want to watch it. I want to watch an episode where I don't have to keep hitting the time to see how much longer it has, because that's never the good sign that you're enjoying something. It's like, oh my god, is it over?
Do you suspect that maybe she's still working with New Spraka?
Maybe
that's my suspicion.
It's all been a trap.
Because I noticed when she was shooting, even though she got hit with the phasers, I noticed that when she was shooting at their legs.
Oh,
she was aiming to wound.
Maybe she was a stormtrooper, had bad shot.
Well, I think
what? Maybe it's a plan of revenge. Because did you see the look on her face when when Holly Hunter showed up? She's like, "You got to be shitting me!
It's right
You're
there.
hanging out with her. That's the one that took
look.
you away from me."
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? You remember who I am? Yeah, I remember who the hell you are.
Yeah.
And then she slipped a stiletto through her.
Yeah. Shit, that hurts.
All right, let's talk about
Lanterns.
Lanterns.
I liked it. Fine.
I did.
I mean, I'm a little disappointed it's not bigger. Now, there's a case where I wish the scope was bigger because they're space cops, but they seem to be dealing with something on the border.
Well, that's fine.
I liked it, but then afterwards they showed the suit. I saw pictures of the suit, and it looks a lot browner than I thought.
Well, I think it's very old and dusty.
Not a lot of green in the suit.
Yeah.
No, I like he's training Jon Stewart. He's not a Lantern yet. They just happen to stumble across some kind of mysterious thing out in Nebraska. It wasn't like they were going there to do that. And then it's like it's a whodunit type of thing. And again,
I'm fine
not
with
going to
that.
shit on something just because I saw a 90-second trailer. I'm going to wait and see.
No,
the
I
whole thing.
actually like the idea of him, like, he's like, when am I going to get to use the ring? He goes, oh, when you're ready, basically.
Yeah.
And
Well,
here's
yeah,
the
the
ring on
ring
the
chooses
dashboard.
you.
Yeah, let's go for like I like that. I'm like, oh, he's got
I
some.
did too.
Yeah, he's got some brass kahunas on him.
Al
Yeah,
Jordan.
and I'm not gonna dignify what Ethan Van Sciver said.
No, he's a piece of.
But yeah, that's what a jerk. If you guys,
I know, right? I was like, what the hell, bro? What's wrong with you? What's the matter with you?
He's got to stir things
Some
up.
people,
hey,
people
you haven't been paying attention to me. Let me say something
exactly.
outrageous.
I was like, oh, what a cry for help we are, little man. What are you, 5'2" too?
Very disappointing, truly.
But it's interesting. It's sort of like that training sequence we saw in the Green Lantern movie with Kilowog and Ryan Reynolds. But
When he's
now
going
it's
to the sun.
it's the reverse, where it's basically it's Hal.
Right.
It's almost like Hard Traveling Heroes.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah,
almost like Hard Traveling Heroes, and it has that True Detective feel. Again, everyone's saying, it feels like it does feel like True Detective.
And it starts in August.
It's just going to be interesting. Why does Hal have to give up the ring? That's the thing I want to know. Because
I'm curious about that as well.
Maybe because
we all know the only way you get the ring is when a lantern falls.
Right.
Yeah. Well, maybe
and then the ring flies off to look for a successor. So why is Hal getting out of it now? Does he have cancer or something?
If
maybe
he is getting
want
out
to
of
do
it,
it
I don't know. I assumed he was just burnt out.
Yeah.
No, it's just it'd be interesting to see why is Hal giving up the ring.
Well,
again, I think I don't see that he's giving up the ring unless they've already said that in pre-publicity.
Maybe he's moving on. Maybe he's giving up this sector 2184 and he's going on to another sector.
What's he going to take over the effing squirrel sector? Come on.
That's right, he is. Yeah.
Oh, come on. That was I love that guy.
Yeah, get Kyle Chandler for Terrificon. You know what else? That's in August. It would be perfect timing because come August, Terrificon. Come on, zoom in on me.
Stand by. Hold on.
I got to sell this shit. Hey, Terrificon, Connecticut's Terrific Comic Con returns August 7th to the 9th here in Uncasville, Connecticut. See great artists and writers like Franco and some real ones too. All at Terrificon. August 7th to 9th. Even Wayne might be there because that Trek Vegas show sucks butt.
It does.
It does.
Hold on.
I can't see. You're fading out because you're green screen.
Kaiju.
Well, look, I could see right through Kaiju Ninja. It's so secretive. Looks like Franco.
Nice.
But anyway, Lanterns looks good. We'll see.
Yeah. Man, again, if you're not watching The Beauty, very interesting twist. I will not spoil, but it's a really great show, and I'm very happy for Jason Hurley and Jeremy Hahn.
That's the Ashton Kutcher show, right?
Yep. It's excellent. Really, it's funny at weird times, but it's also really smart. Again, streaming television is smart unless you're writing for Star Trek.
Right.
We are just surrounded by
such
good TV and not happening on Star Trek, and it bums me out. And that's another reason why, Kurtzman, you got to go. Time to go. Goodbye.
You get out of here now.
Yeah.
I was saying Monarch is still good after 2 episodes.
Monarch was good too.
Oh, I didn't see the second episode. Darn it.
Yep. No, it's good.
Okay.
Of course, again, whatchamacallit is still good. Shrinking.
Shrinking was very good with my boy Harrison. Yeah.
Yep.
It was good. What other new? There's a lot of new streaming shows on actually.
And there's news about a show that Franco hates.
Bridgerton?
No.
Orville.
The Orville.
Oh, I saw there's news on Orville. I saw him on the Today Show this week, and they asked him point blank. Al Roker did. Said, "Where's season 4?" And he says all the scripts are written for season 4 for the Orville. It's just, I guess, waiting for a green light. Somebody to.
No, I think it's his. Honestly, I think it's his film schedule.
Yeah.
Because I was watching other shows that are pro Orville, and they're like, "Move your schedule around," and that apparently Hulu wasn't sure if they wanted a 4th season, but Disney was, and the fact that Hulu is going away in a couple months and going to get it fully absorbed by Disney Plus, they want it because they saw the numbers and they know, wait a minute, we've got our own Star Trek. And also they want to be in the Seth MacFarlane business. And I know I agree the Naked Gun movie was not very good, also on Paramount Plus. But I get it. And again, they have competent writers. I know Franco will disagree, and that's okay. But I apparently, it's written. I haven't bought the novel that he wrote. That takes place after the season 3. But he wrote an Orville novel.
Maybe there's an audio. I'll go listen to it.
I don't know if there is. I'm not sure
anymore.
Stanley wants me to convert you into an Orville fan.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
I would watch the worst episode of Orville than some of this Starfleet crap, buddy.
I hear you.
And speaking of Starfleet, let's just put a ribbon around it. The last episode's name is Rubicon, as in crossing the Rubicon.
Sure.
Wait a minute. Didn't they have a space shuttle, or a shuttle was called the Rubicon? Wasn't that one of theirs?
Yeah,
we did have a Rubicon.
Maybe that's coming back from the past to save it.
I think that's Deep Space Nine that had a Rubicon.
Oh, that's right. You want to read Mike Jones here? Says Lantern's trailer also reminded me of an Emerald Dawn era GL, Green Lantern, of the late 80s. If Kyle Chandler was 25 years younger, I'd date him.
I date him now.
I always liked Kyle Chandler. I remember when he was on a show called Homefront, which was about World War II back in the
I remember early
80s, early 90s, maybe. Yeah,
early
edition. And Friday Night Lights, of course. Yep.
Friday Night Lights. He's been on a lot of stuff.
No, he's
sorry, John. Sorry, guys. Is the book called Sympathy for the Devil?
It might be. I don't know.
That's the Orville thing.
If you went, if you looked on Amazon in Orville for a book, I'm sure that's it.
Well,
yeah, there's an audio book, Mitch.
I will go download that thing because I like.
Who reads it? Boy, if Seth read it, I'd get it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
He probably doesn't, though.
You know, it probably is. The robot guy does.
Well,
that'd be cool.
And the guy that I love, the British guy that does the Tachyon Pulse podcast, and he's the guy that like feeds us all the dirt every week, the rumors that he hears, and he's like, I think Seth's being selfish. He should just let our girl, Adrian Palicki, be the captain, and have him just occasionally appear. And it's like, no, he likes doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to wait. And if he wants to
it's
be the
his
captain,
career, he could do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, he created the thing, and he wants to be the star of it. Great, good. Go ahead, Wayne. What do you got?
Wayne has to go back.
It's being narrated by Bruce Boxleiter.
Oh, Sinclair.
Well, and he was
not Sinclair.
The other guy.
Not
he's
Sheridan.
Yeah.
Sheridan.
Yeah, Sheridan. Attaboy. Yes.
The other one.
God, I love that show.
The other S.
If you're jonesing for Babylon 5, they pulled it from everywhere except Roku. It is still on Roku.
Oh, for God's sakes.
At least it's there.
Or I go into my vault of DVDs.
Yeah, you have everything.
Well, that doesn't help everyone else.
Well, I don't care about everyone else.
I do.
That's why I support physical media.
That's Canada for you. You heard it right there.
Blame Canada.
I don't care about anybody else. Our neighbor to the Great White North, he does not care about us down here.
No, because I believe in physical media.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with your hatred for the Americans.
Stanley points out that the Oscars are next Sunday, and I know you're going to be busy, Mitch. With
hold on. Let me get the graphics for that
please.
one.
No, let people know about the game.
Another show, Connecticut GamerCon, CT GamerCon. That will be happening for its 9th annual show. A weekend full of video games, tournaments, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, cosplay, voice actors from some of your favorite video games of all times, and developers of some of the coolest games back in the 80s at Activision, all under one roof at the Mohegan Sun Convention Center. Even Franco might stop by if he remembers. We don't know.
I will be there Saturday. Not sure about Sunday, but definitely Saturday.
Well, there you have it, kids. Come on down and slap Franco around. And that's why I cannot miss the final wrap-up of Starfleet Academy. And I beg Johnny if you could schedule it for next Monday.
I will, unless I've got a guest conflict, and if I do, then we'll do it later in the week.
I didn't ride this sucker all the way down. I didn't go through the Penelope pit stop episode.
Again, we've got For All Mankind coming up. We've got Daredevil
Yes.
Season 2. We got a lot of other things to get to.
Oh, and that cool movie comes out with one of the Ryans, right? Hail Mary. Full of grace,
Yeah, with Ryan Gosling, Project Hail Mary. Yes,
I thought it was about a bunch of rosary beads, but I was wrong. It's about space.
He hosted SNL last night and was very
I missed
funny.
it. Shit.
Yeah, no, he did a good job. He's good when he's on there.
He's married to Eva Mendes, right?
I don't know.
He is.
Is he really? Wow.
Lucky him.
Yeah. They broke character a few times and were just cracking themselves up as they were performing, and that's all right. As long as they don't get into Jimmy Fallon
or Harvey Korman stuff back in the Carol Burnett days. I don't like Jimmy Fallon. He's phony. He tries too hard. It's like, Joe, bro, no one acts that way. But then I've heard off camera he does act that way. That's what I've been told people. That's really him.
When during COVID, or no, not COVID, it was during the strike when all the talk shows were on hiatus, and they did that Fox Host 5.
Yeah,
and it was John Oliver, Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and Seth Meyers. The lightest intellectual guy was Fallon, easily.
No,
Fallon was the pixie. Everybody else was very sharp and very, very, and Fallon's just like, hey, how's it going? It's like, all right.
I have a gig.
I hate when he tries to upstage the musical guests. Like he'll have the Who or Springsteen or somebody, and he starts, getting into it. He starts doing. I go, bro, sit back, okay? They're the star, not you. But he always goes a little above and beyond. But that's him.
Another show we could talk about: Invincible season 4.
Oh,
coming later this month.
Yep. And so no, there's plenty to talk about in the subsequent weeks. Post our pain of Starfleet Academy. I hope at the very least we get a date for the start of the month when Strange New Worlds season 4 is coming back.
I bet it's September 6th. I bet they're going to do it for the 60th anniversary.
Could be. Yeah, that's a good guess, Mitch. Yeah, that's the man. They blew it on the 50th anniversary because in fact, I was going to on the Word Balloon feed represent the San Diego Comic-Con panel they did for the 50th anniversary. And Brian Fuller, it was when Discovery was still in the planning stages. Yeah. And Fuller was on stage with Shatner and Jerry Ryan and Scott Bakula and Michael Dorn and Brett Spiner. All of them together. And it was cool. And Shatner was great, but everybody was great. And it was only like a press only thing, and there were only 100 of us in the room.
Didn't they have Star Trek 3 for the 60th or 50th? Didn't that come out right then? Star Trek
Beyond? That was 2013.
Star Trek Beyond was 2013?
Hold on.
It's been that long?
Look it up, Wayne.
Which one you want?
Star Trek Beyond.
The third one.
No release date yet for Strange
No.
New Worlds?
The one that came out when they were with Idris Elba and they had makeup.
The last Kelvin movie with Idris Elba. Star Trek Beyond.
2016.
Oh, 2016.
That was okay.
Well, that was your 50th anniversary.
Right. Yeah, there you go. It was the 50th. You're right. Well,
yeah, because there was some dialogue in there when he goes, "I feel like our voyages are very episodic." I remember that was like, was really clever.
That's true.
Dialogue in there, but whatever.
Yeah, that was directed by, I believe, James Wong.
I was going to say it was an action guy. Yeah,
he's one of the Fast and Furious guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Justin Lin. Sorry, wrong one. James Wong is the horror guy. Justin Lin is the Fast and Furious guy.
Yep.
That's right. They had that lame
James Wong does Blumhouse movies.
Or Blumhouse.
And he also did Aquaman.
Yes,
he did.
Oh, that's right. He did Aquaman. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So there you go, everybody. All right. Well, we can wrap up.
I want to yell some more. It's only 10:20, and the time change is throwing me for a loop.
Well, it's because Mitch, we hated the episode.
I was going to say I don't know how to handle this.
It's only 9:20.
Oh, yeah.
Not live on Kickstarter. That's coming this week, probably Tuesday launch. Go to check out
launch.
Kickstarter launch, not lunch. Ghost Moon on Kickstarter. Pre-launch page is up right now, but it's going to go live probably Tuesday, if not tomorrow. Yes,
dude, that was a subtle callback to the Way Out Space Nuts with Bob Denver and Chuck McCann when you said launch and I go lunch, and that's how the whole thing started, which was a better show than Starfleet Academy, and it was written by chimpanzees in a room with a typewriter and a Stone Gilligan, and I still liked it better. And they had that little.
Was
weird
Tracy
alien.
also on that one? Tracy the gorilla?
No.
On Far
Yeah,
Out
but I
Space?
think
But
he
they
was
had
an
an
alien.
animal.
No, they had an alien. It wasn't an
Alien
animal. It was
type.
Billy Barty or something. They
Yeah.
threw him in
It
a
was probably a
costume.
little person. Yeah.
It was probably Felix
Yeah.
Silla.
Yeah,
One of
because
those
the
guys.
original Ghostbusters had Tracy.
Yeah, no, and that was
Bob
that
Burns.
guy that had
The-
that collection.
Yeah,
What was
Bob
it?
Burns.
Bob
Bob
Burns.
Burns.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, the big collection of
Classic.
junk like this. There's nothing on. There's nothing to watch. Jesus
That and
Christ.
the Monster Squad with Fred Grandy also.
I love that show. Written by the guys that made the Batman TV show. So if you watch it, there's a lot of similarities.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
there is. I
All
got
right.
nothing.
Well, there you go. It's going to be a good word balloon week. I've got David DeMalchin. I'm going to record with
Oh,
him.
just small chin.
Oh,
Small
Thank you.
chin.
How do you say it?
Just small chin.
Just
Like,
small chin.
like
Just
the
small
small chin.
Good.
I just read a book by him. Tell him yesterday I got the Kolchak Kickstarter, and Kolchak the Night Stalker, Darren McGavin, he meets classic monsters. There was a 3-issue series. One he meets Frankenstein, one he meets Dracula, and one he teams up with Dave DeSmalchin's Count Crowley, and they meet the werewolf, and it's really cool. And the cover was by Matt Wagner. Oh, I'm trying to get to the show. And DeSmalchin was supposed to be here. You tell him that at Terrificon in 2024. And he had to leave me because he had to go do season 2 of, what is it called? One Piece?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming
Yeah,
out.
And that's coming
soon.
out shortly too. One Piece.
Yes. And the girl that was here last year, Michaela Hoover, is the voice of some little character on One Piece. It's got a little hat, little animal. I don't know what it's called, but that's a big deal.
Also, Tuesday, who am I recording? Oh, Tuesday, I'm having an old Marvel letterer from the Bronze Age, Rick Parker, who then went on to do some great cartooning. Yes, he said he's been a terrific.
He's coming to the show this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead guy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, he drew a Mr. Anderson for me, the adult neighbor. All right, are you two boys
Oh, I
backing
took the guy
off
from
my
the
tool
Matrix.
shed? You know. So yeah, which because he's like, who's your favorite Beavis and Butthead character? I'm like, Mr. Anderson. They were the template for Hank Hill. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Ike, we could sure use a man like you today. I'll tell you what. So that's Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm talking to Dan Slott, and I believe they had Mercury's in retrograde, and I've had like so many things. I had 3 guests this past week have to reschedule on me, and I'm like, okay. I mean, again, things happen. I understand. I bend with their will, but so during the afternoon, I'm going to talk to Mark Laming and Alex DeCampi. They are bringing back Dan Dare, and a Kickstarter campaign for that just started. So I'll talk to them. And then in the evening, I'm going to record with Dan Slott because Dan likes to record. So
Dan Slott will be a terrific con this summer.
Yes. What'd you say, Wayne?
Is Dan Dare public domain?
I don't think so. I could be
I
wrong.
thought that was through Rebellion.
Well, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know who owns the license.
Okay.
But I'll ask them. So
No. I was just curious because
no, I'm always curious too.
Because it's a British publisher that I know that's been doing it's Titan, but Titan really doesn't exist anymore. It's Rebellion now.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Titan's like an imprint of Rebellion.
Yeah.
And Rebellion's like 2000 AD. So I'm just wondering.
Right. No,
if
you're
it's
right.
like
And
public domain. You know, like Flash Gordon is now with that's licensed to
Mad Cave.
Right. Well, King, I know that Garth Ennis did a Dan Dare a few years ago as well. I don't know, but all I know is that, and it could very well, because publishers also do Kickstarters. So
yeah.
So I think that might be what they're doing.
I got a ton of books from different publishers from Kickstarters.
Mark Laming, though, I love his stuff. He's a great realistic artist, big and a sweetheart of a guy. Another guy I've known for years, and I'm really excited because he's a perfect fit for Dan Dare. And Alex she's a great writer. I think Alex is a really fine writer. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, slot on Wednesday night, and then who the hell do I have Thursday?
When will you have another episode of you and Brian Michael Bendis doing your read-alongs or whatever?
Well, Mitch, he had some personal
Quite
things
busy.
going on,
Yes.
and but it seems like that's all cleared up. So hopefully sooner than later. But yeah, I feel bad for the Word Balloon Book Club that we haven't met, and I know that's the same for Brian's Discord. But yeah, he's like, believe me, once all this gets settled, we'll pick a day. So, and then
you know what?
P2E2 at the end of the month.
Yeah. C2E2, but I was going to say all these people could be looking forward to the Love Boat episodes, which are going to be launching soon.
Me, motion sickness. Indeed, we recorded another episode on Friday that correct us up.
Go ahead, John.
I was gonna say,
in 2028, if the show is still going about the Love Boat, which I assume it will, we can do a live episode on an actual princess cruise ship.
Pacific Princess.
Are you going to be?
I'll be on the Sun Princess.
Oh,
that's wonderful, Gopher. I want you to take extra special care of our passenger Wayne. Why don't you put him in a room
need extra special care.
Are you ever going to have Bernie Capel on as a special guest?
If you get me his contact info,
I gave you his contact. You called him that time.
I know. I can't find it. I don't know why it's not in my name.
I was going to say.
So do it
not
again.
my fault.
I'll
look it up because he calls me every year, wants to come to the show.
I would love it. Dude.
Yeah, I know you would love it, but let's be real about it, Johnny. The same reason why I got yelled at for saying I want to bring Priscilla Presley. People go, nobody under 60 knows who the hell this guy is.
I'm telling you, grandmothers and mothers that are bringing their kid to Terrificon would love to meet the doc and get a photo with the doc. And if he's not asking for a lot of money, if he's asked for a lot of money, I don't blame you. Don't do it. But if it's feasible, again, he was Siegfried on Get Smart. You know he's got a million great stories. He was Alan Adale on that When Things Were Rotten.
Oh, When Things Were Rotten. Yeah, Mel Brooks.
So, I mean, that's, again, and a funny guy. Yeah. Stanley, I agree. I should interview Frank Miller. I'm trying to. Yeah, I had Klaus on Friday.
Klaus Janson, who will also be at Terrificon, Connecticut's Terrificon.
And even more important, somewhere in New York, Klaus has his own exhibition.
That's true.
And that if you're in the area, you should go and see it because Klaus is amazing. Now, I'm gonna wax poetic about Klaus right now. Just now, I've been on an art binge of like going through stuff and that. Klaus has not received the as they say in wrestling, the flowers that he deserves from everything that I've read over the years. Klaus has touched one or two of the different, or almost all the series, either as an editor, a colorist, an inker, a penciler, a writer. He is one of the ultimate creators that has not gotten the level of appreciation that he truly deserves of everything. And I know I'm Klaus's friend, and I'm not trying to blow smoke. It's if you actually look at the body of work that he has done over the decades and the different roles that he has filled throughout those decades, it is unbelievable that no one is talking about him as much as they're talking about like Frank Miller.
Yeah.
Or Jack Kirby. Like
I agree.
He's literally like, if you have the Pantheon with the Kirbys, he is definitely, if he's not up there, he's on the second tier. Because
there you go.
Everything that he's done.
Is his show at the Society of Illustrators or somewhere else?
No, it's a museum in Chelsea. Specifically, it's in that area, and it's got a French name. And forgive me, I don't remember the name of it.
I don't.
Let's go, Franco.
We should take it.
Because I got to go see the Punisher in a play at the end of the month on Saturday.
But if not, he will be at C2E2 in a couple weeks as well.
He will be at Terrific.
And he'll be at
he was Santa Claus at the Gimbel's department store in Bridgeport, Connecticut. It's true.
I thought he did a special Miracle on 34th Street.
No. His sister lives in my town here in Trumbull.
That's hilarious.
He's
too thin to be Santa.
He likes coming to Connecticut because he grew up in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Could not have been sweeter. Both the audio and the video are up on the Word Balloon feed. If you guys missed it this weekend, I released the audio yesterday. I released the video.
I can do my Klaus impression. It's all good. Yeah.
God, I did a Brevoort interview the week before, and I left it raw, and I posted it, and I emphatically reminded him because I think Marvel was a little nervous about talking because right now in the horse race, DC is obviously
they are,
but they're like, why do you want to talk to Tom? And I'm like, hey. I'm like, it's cool.
What do you want to talk to him about?
I'm like, just fun stuff. I'm like, don't worry. And I said, I'm not Rich Johnson. And I said that on the video. All I said was, I'm not Rich Johnson. And Rich, of course, posted it up Bleeding Cool. Apparently, John Suntress is not Rich Johnson. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. You got me. Pants down. So I felt bad. Go ahead. What do you get? You got the name?
All right.
No, I was going to say KO issue 5 came out, by the way, with Scott
Yes,
Snyder.
it did. Go ahead. But before we get KO, what museum?
The Philippe Labonne Gallery.
I know that.
534.
Hold on.
534 West
Wait,
24th Street.
let him say it without talking over him. The Philippe whatever. Go on again.
Philippe Labonne Gallery, 534 West 24th Street.
Yes.
There you go.
In Chelsea.
go.
Yes.
Yeah,
sorry.
but it's Philippe Labonne. So you have to say it with the French accent.
Yeah,
Philippe
you
Labonne.
Playing hockey. Yes.
Yes, you do.
All right.
don't.
All right.
Come on.
All
My
right.
kid lives on West.
But yeah,
27th.
I read DCKO.
Yeah.
And honestly, fun miniseries. I don't know. Do we spoil?
No. Don't
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's too early. I think it's too early. Maybe next week if you want to talk. If it comes up, because I'll be honest, I'm like, all right, you know.
Yeah.
As far,
Well, I hear you. I hear you too.
yeah, I'm like, okay.
I'll
if you
I
take
haven't
off
read
that.
it. I have no interest in reading it.
I'm sure it's
Great
temporary.
build up. No, it was a great build up. A lot of the cool round 1, round 2, all these fights between the two, like, you know, the Joker versus Red Hood and Wonder Woman versus Lobo. There was a lot of good, you know, good old fashioned fights going on.
Sounds like Mortal Kombat.
Well, but honestly, Wayne, there's a decent story behind it. Unlike during Countdown, remember they did Countdown Arena?
Yeah,
and that was just really that was a crap story. Where it was, you know, Dark Knight Batman versus whatever Batman.
Vampire Batman.
No, but we don't want to run into it. But there is a setup at the very end for the next part, and I'm like,
all right. It's I don't know. I think the premise when I looked at it and going, yeah, I don't need to see Mortal Kombat.
Also, Batman 7, Fraction.
Yes, the Matt Fraction one. Yeah,
I think you know there are a bunch of people that again in my chatter in my comment section are like, man, this Batman run is lame. I'm like,
no,
I know Matt's my friend, but I think it's great. And the Joker issue from issue 7 of Batman, very interesting, very interesting.
Yep.
So,
and again, the bomb, man.
We all wish good luck to our friend Stephanie Phillips, whose Daredevil run began.
Yes, I just talked to her the other day. She's going to be at C2E2. She's going to be good, and I'm not at C2E2, but the artist Lee Garrett or Gabbett, I believe his name is.
Garbett,
he will be at C2E2, along with a lot of other talented people in Franco.
Like Franco, it's true. Yeah. And I'm doing this Fengoli panel, everybody.
Oh, wait a minute, you can't go to the play with me because you're going to be at C2E2.
That's right.
So screw you.
What play?
Dog Day Afternoon with John Bernthal and what's his name? Ebon something.
Yeah.
Microchip.
Ben Grimm.
Microchip. Yeah. Or Ben Grimm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the guy from The Bear. He's the other guy.
Oh, yeah. I saw them being interviewed. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
All right. So there you go, kids. And again, if you're dissatisfied with your Star Trek that you're getting on screen, I point you to these 2 excellent issues from IDW. And also, again, The Last Starship with Captain Kirk tooling around right after the burn, days after the burn. We know he's not going to succeed, but what is he going to try and do? I leave that in the hands of Jackson Lanzig and Colin Kelly, who write tremendously great Star Trek.
Yep.
All right.
I'm eating more Raisin Bran because of the show.
All right. Everybody live long and prosper, and we will see you next week and see how this Megillah wraps up. God only knows, but
he's only 2 cents. You can get him for 2 cents.
Where's
what?
I don't know.
Megillah Gorilla.
Oh yeah, Megillah Gorilla for sale. Like him, dump them, dun 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 da 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 da.
Sam the Butcher as Megillah. All right. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.